The Lorain City Schools is thrilled to welcome our hybrid students back in person to our classrooms. Here's what you can expect. Our schools will be reviewing and reinforcing safety protocols with your child each day throughout the day as we return in person together. Our commitment to COVID safety begins at home. Check your child for these symptoms before sending your child to school in the morning. Fever above 100.4 degrees, cough, shortness of breath, fatigue, muscle or body aches, headaches, loss of taste or smell, sore throat, congestion or runny nose, nausea or vomiting, diarrhea, or repeated shaking and chills. When in doubt, keep your child out. Throughout the Lorain City Schools, we will be making a commitment to be kind to self, kind to one another, and kind to our environment. We will also be emphasizing the following 3 principles to help prevent the spread of COVID in our schools. Wash up, back up, and mask up. While each school will have its own specific protocols based upon the number of students returning in person, the following information will provide you with a general guide about what new procedures your child can expect throughout the day. Please remember that our schools are following the new daily schedule while we adjust to this phase of learning. For our early buildings, this means that our doors will open at 8 a.m. for breakfast. Class will begin at 8:15 and the day will end at 12:30. For our late buildings, doors open at 9 a.m. for breakfast, with class beginning at 9:15 and the day ending at 1:30 p.m. Students who arrive before the doors open will wait outside. In the event of inclement weather, students will be guided safely inside and monitored by staff. While waiting outside, students must wear masks, and they must remain at least 6 feet apart. Foot markers have been placed along the pavement to act as a guide for students to practice proper social distancing. If students arrive to the building after the doors are locked for the day, they will report to the front office where the secretary will check them in. Students will be escorted to the first period classroom, and depending on the time of arrival, breakfast will be offered. Instructional time will be honored above all else. When students enter class, they will sanitize their hands, grab a Clorox wipe as they head to their assigned seat. Students will wipe down their desk and chair, hang their coat and book bag on their chair, and prepare for class. Students will be expected to bring their iPad or laptop to school on their in-person days. Be sure to also bring your charger to ensure you're ready to learn each day. During instructional time, your teacher will share their computer screen through Zoom so that students in person and remote at home can see class materials on their devices. During class, remote students will be projected on the smartboard so that students in person and at home can see, hear, and interact with one another. Google Classroom will be used to post all class materials, assignments, links, and texts. Everything students need for class each day is here. In addition to breakfast, a healthy snack will be provided each day. Snacks will be consumed during third period, following the same procedures used during breakfast. When the final bell rings at the end of the school day, students will again sanitize hands as they exit their classroom. A secure packaged lunch will be provided to students upon dismissal as they leave the building by their assigned door, immediately board their school bus or parents' car, or begin walking home. Again, staff will be available to help guide students and answer questions. Students and staff will be required to wear face masks at all times, unless an alternate face covering has been approved for the individual's personal circumstances. Here are a few reminders about properly wearing your mask. Masks must cover the wearer's mouth and nose. Masks must be worn during a sneeze or cough. Masks must be worn at all times on school premises, including upon entry and dismissal, in classrooms, hallways, and restrooms. The only exception to the above is when an individual is eating. Otherwise, a mask must be worn. Remember, hybrid schedules are available online. If at any time you need to switch from hybrid back to full remote, or if you need to switch to either the Group A to Group B schedule, simply contact your child's school for assistance. Additional support can also be found through the district helpline. Please call 440-830-HELP or 830-4357 for assistance with your device, questions about in-person or remote learning, and to connect with community resources of any kind. Finally, if you have not been receiving district phone calls, texts, or emails about Phase 2, we may not have the proper contact information for you, or we may be blocked. Contact your child's school to verify and update your contact info. Additional information can also be found on the district website, on social media, TV20, and through our local media partners. Welcome back in person to the Lorain City Schools. This is what Lorain Pride looks like.